Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be doing another top 5, top 6 video. And because Unbroken Bonds is going to be live on PTCGO later today, the codes will be able to be redeemed on PTCGO. And you guys can open up packs from codes for Unbroken Bonds. Of course, we're going to be doing the decks. We're going to be doing top 6 video on the most hyped up decks to come out of Unbroken Bonds. And these are just, in my opinion, the ones I'm excited for the most, and just kind of the general consensus is. Before we get into the video, though, guys, if you guys are looking for Unbroken Bonds codes, you can go get them over at Gardevoir and TCG. If you're looking to get Unbroken Bonds codes for later today, if you don't have any yet, or you need to get any more, or you just keep wanting to get more and more Unbroken Bonds codes, you can get them over at Gardevoir and TCG, and when you buy them, you can use discount code LDF, get a 5% discount on your order. So if you're looking for Unbroken Bonds codes for today and tomorrow, and well, really, since the set's coming out forever, yeah, Gardevoir's got them. Now, let's get into the top 6 most hyped up decks from Unbroken Bonds. And guys, coming in at our number 6 spot is going to be Lucario and Melmetal GX. So there's a few ways that this deck is going to be played. It's either going to be played as like a stall deck, or it'll be played as like a attacking deck. Either way, Lucario Melmetal GX has gotten quite a bit of hype in Japan. Even with all the fire going around, there's still cards like Metal Frying Pan and the new Metal card that prevents damage by 70 for the single turn. Metal decks, I think, aren't going to be great, but Lucario Melmetal is shaping up to be a good deck from Unbroken Bonds. The deck does have hype from it. Lucario is a fan favorite Pokemon, and the deck has a lot of tank. A lot of people are going to try out different variants of the deck if they want to play it as aggressive, or they want to play Lucario Melmetal GX as like a stall deck. The stall variant has seen success in Japan, so Lucario Melmetal definitely has got to make the list here, coming in at our number 6 spot. And coming in at the number 5 spot on the list is going to go to Greninja and Zoroark GX decks. Now, to be fair, Greninja Zoroark is probably not going to be a great deck. In fact, I don't even think the deck will perform that well in Standard. Because the real best partners you have are Incineroar, which I was going to do a deck profile video for a while back. And also, it might be okay with Naganadel. Outside of that, I don't really think Greninja Zoroark is going to be an amazing, super competitive deck. But it's going to be one of those fun decks that a lot of people are hyped for. I'm not going to lie, I have seen quite a bit of hype and discussion like on places like Reddit, for Greninja Zoroark. Like, the deck may not be the most competitive deck ever, it probably won't perform well because of that weakness to fighting, but there is quite a bit of hype behind this deck, and a lot of people are excited to try it out and try out the different versions that the deck can work with. The deck will also probably be pretty good in Expanded with Dark Patch and Max Elixir, but yeah, I had to put Greninja Zoroark on here. It may not be the best deck to come out of the set, but it's a deck that a lot of people are excited to test out regardless. I've seen quite a bit of hype for the deck, so yeah, Greninja Zoroark coming in at our number 5 spot, moving into our number 4 spot now. And coming in at our number 4 spot is going to be Buzzmosa decks. This is an archetype that before the fire meta took over in Japan, Buzzmosa was one of the, if not the best deck in Japan, and then the fire meta came out and then just completely incinerated this card out of existence, because unfortunately it's weak to fire and it gives up 3 prizes. But Buzzmosa, in my opinion, I'm excited for it. I know the hype might not be too high for this card from a lot of people because of the fact that it is weak to fire. Not many people are going to be excited to play it because it is weak to fire, and there's not really a way to counter that other than weakness policy. But in my opinion, I think Buzzmosa will still stand a chance. That GX attack is just ridiculously good. Buzzmosa might start becoming a one-of in a lot of different decks. I know Zapdos Ultra Beasts are probably going to start using Buzzmosa now. Buzzmosa, in my opinion, is going to see quite a bit of play, even though it's weak to fire. I don't think a pure Buzzmosa deck will work unless we're going to see a Buzzmosa Vileplume deck pop up, which could happen. But other than that, I don't think Buzzmosa is going to be super competitive, but a lot of people are excited for it. It's pretty much just like a stronger version of Buzzwole GX. It's got Jet Punch, it's got like the secondary effect being like Knuckle Impact, and of course it has the super powerful GX attack that can quite literally win you the game if you knock out a tag team Pokemon. So I gotta put Buzzmosa on this list, man. I personally think Buzzmosa's a deck people are really hyped for. It's probably my most hyped deck to come out of the set outside of the Hitmonchan deck. But yeah, now let's move on to the next spot on the list. Coming in at the next spot on the list, our number 3 spot, is gonna go to the only non-GX deck to make this list. and that is going to be the Baby Blounds archetype. Now, I really wanted to put the Hitmonchan deck on this list because I am very, very excited for that deck. Like, my hype for Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Hitmon Top Box is just out of this world. It's probably my favorite deck from the set. But I don't see as much hype behind that deck as I do for the Baby Blounds archetype. Baby Blounds is without a doubt going to make a scene. It's a very powerful deck. It's probably going to replace Zapdos as like the best non-GX deck, as stated by Omnipoke. The deck is really good. It's a powerful deck. It's winning in Japan because of cards like Welder and Beastring. The deck is really, really powerful. And Baby Blounds is already like a great deck. So not only is it like a really cool, fun deck to play, it's like budget Blacephalon, but the fact that the deck is actually like a powerful archetype that can win games very easily is what makes it so exciting. A lot of people are hyped for this. I have seen a lot of discussion around this deck over the past couple weeks on Reddit and also on Twitter. So the deck has a lot of attention behind it, and it's definitely going to be one of the most hyped decks to come out of this set. There's a lot of different decks, man, and there's probably going to be honorable mentions because there is so many different decks to come out of this set because of all the cards we're getting. There's going to probably be like 3 or 4 honorable mentions, just getting that out of the way. But yeah, Baby Blounds, man, Baby Blounds, making the list at number 3. Moving on to the top 2 now. Coming in at number 2 is going to go to Gardevoir and Sylveon decks. Now, in my opinion, this deck, I'm not that excited for. I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. I know that Gardevoir Sylveon is going to be a very good deck. It's probably going to be a top tier deck very easily, even with Reshiram Charizard being so good, and with all the fire coming out anyways, like, the deck will still be very good. It's one of the reasons why stuff like Lucario Melmetal is going to see play. But a lot of people are really excited for this deck. There's another fairy type within this set that a lot of people are also really excited for that unfortunately probably would have just cracked the number 7 spot. You probably already know what GX set is, but Gardevoir Sylveon is the most popular tag team GX, or tag team fairy Pokemon, I guess. Like, it's not the most popular tag team out of the set, obviously, but it's one that I think a lot of people are really excited for. Gardevoir and Sylveon tag team is a good tag team idea. Gardevoir is a fan favorite Pokemon. Basically, I have seen so much hype for this deck in Japan, on Twitter. On Twitter, people are, like, I think every day I see a new Gardevoir Sylveon tweet about how cool it is. And of course, it's very good on Reddit. And the deck is just also one of the best decks in the format, which is why the deck people are just so excited for. So Gardevoir Sylveon is making the top 10. Well, the top 2. I don't know why I said top 10. But let's be honest, there's going to be like 7 honorable mentions anyways. Now we're going to get into the number 1 spot. What do you think it's going to be? You probably already know what it's going to be, because it's the only other deck that hasn't made the list yet that's, like, insanely good, and you're probably already looking at it. And of course, guys, coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be Reshiram and Charizard Tag Team GX. Without a doubt, the most popular deck that's going to come out of this set, like, hands down. It's the deck that's probably going to be the BDIF, it's going to be the deck that everyone wants to beat, and it's the card that everyone wants to get, and it's, of course, Reshiram and Charizard, which is already, like, a very rare, expensive card, because Charizard's a collectible. So, the amount of hype this card has is very, very high. It's like, I don't know if I've seen a card have this much hype behind it since, like, maybe Tapu Lele GX. Like, the amount of hype this card has is very big. Like, again, I have not seen a card this hype before since Tapu Lele GX. Because, man, people are creaming themselves. And with good reason. This is, like, the best deck in Japan right now. Like, it's winning. It's, like, it's had so many placements in, like, the top 60 in the past Japan championships. The deck is, without a doubt, going to be the best deck in the format. People just want to play Charizard Reshiram. It's going to be very expensive to build because you need to get a lot of cards for the deck. So it's not going to be a cheap deck. I don't even know if I'm even going to be able to make that deck because I don't know if I want to pay an arm and a leg. But outside of that, Reshiram is the deck everyone's excited for the most, and it's going to make the biggest splash on the format. It's going to take that BDIF spot, and it's going to be, without a doubt, the most hyped up deck from the set. Now let's get into some honorable mentions, the cards that did not make the list, but I think these decks and cards are going to be very popular and very excited for. The first one is going to be Whimsicott GX, just barely made the list. I have seen a lot of hype for Whimsicott on Twitter. A lot of people I follow and know want this card to do really well, and the card actually has potential with, like, triple acceleration energy. Whimsicott GX decks, I think, is another hyped up deck. Another hyped up deck is going to be the Hitmonchan deck. I really wanted to put this deck on this list, but, like, I don't think it would have made the list. But yeah, the Hitmonchan box deck is a very excited for deck from this set. Everyone's really excited to play this deck. It's going to be a really cool shrine spread-ish archetype. And I guess, like, the final one I mentioned might just go to, like, Blastoise GX or Persian GX. Persian GX of Zoroark is going to be cool. Blastoise GX, I know a lot of people are hyped for because it's like the big counter to the Reshiram decks, and Blastoise has a lot of support for it with the other Blastoise. So, yeah, those are the top excited for decks, or I don't even know how to say that, but you get my point, right? These are the decks that everyone is hyped for from the new set Unbroken Bonds that is coming out within a few hours of me uploading this. So, yeah, guys, if you guys need those Unbroken Bonds codes, Card Cavern's got them. Get them from Card Cavern TCG, and use discount code CODELIEF. Get a beautiful 5% discount on your order. And, yeah, that's the video. What deck are you most excited for from Unbroken Bonds? Are you excited for any of the decks that I even mentioned on this list, including honorable mentions? Or are you guys excited for a completely different deck? I know there's some people who are anxious about cards like Venomoth GX. And I know some people want to try out Alolan Muck. But outside of that, yeah, this is going to be the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, code LDF, subscribe if you're new, help on the road to 5K subs, and I'll either see you guys tonight for a new video or tomorrow morning for a new video. So, yeah, bye.